Intuition, inhibitions flow from out the cosmos. Niggas ask me how I made it, I begin if I know. I just went with my soul, and the rest just follow. She's a good girl, fuck that bitch, I'd rather deal with dollars. Say no to CashApp, I ain't tricking, bitch, you must be psycho. But I'm prone to lie though, just don't tell all my bro. I roll gelato in the Bronto, so I got the sky close. Damn, it's raining, grab my cane and pass my product.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. And you're watching The Morning Rant live on the Ranters Union on YouTube, streaming also simulcasting on J.Doug TV on Facebook, as well as iRant Network. Salute to everybody on the check-in. We see you all. Feel free to send in your comments, your love. Good morning. We hope everybody's having a good morning. I want to introduce myself and my co-host. My name is JahLogic, and I have my two wonderful co-hosts with me, J.Doug and Vanessa Smilez, and I'll let them introduce themselves. J.Doug, turn that mic on, man. Your mic is on Teddy Riley.
All right. Yeah. Good morning, Jay. I'm in the building. What's going on? What's going on Facebook? What's going on YouTube? What's going on Logic? What's going on Carissa? What y'all got?
We good. I'm good. Good morning. Good morning. Vanessa, what's up? Talk to me.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Good morning. How you guys doing?
I'm good. I'm great. Doug, J.Doug. Morning, Jay.
Yeah, man, I'm good. I got the J in my hand. Let me spark it up so we get on the bullshit. You understand?
Yeah. Speaking of the bullshit, you can expect to laugh. You can expect to think. You know, J.Doug gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna try to make you think. And Vanessa probably gonna make you cry.
Well, damn.
Way, make you scream, Uncle. It's all right.
Yeah, exactly. I was kind of getting at that, you know. I don't know about other dudes out there, but I cry when I beat my meat.
Word, that's interesting. Is
One,
it like a boo-hoo or is it just like a single tear?
one single tear, no boo-hoos.
Okay.
It's not like that crazy. It's not that. That's a crazy sight. That would be a crazy sight. A boo-hoo, like a real right boo-hoo. That'd be crazy.
That'd be bananas.
Just one single embarrassing tear. Like what?
Single tear is nice.
Yeah.
Single tear emotion right there. Niggas don't show emotion, so we'll take it.
Yeah. Shout out that we got like 30 people in the building already. 38. That's what's up. I think those people are from Facebook. We already got one hater on YouTube. We already got one thumbs down before we even press play.
That's a
beautiful thing.
Let the hate flow.
Let it flow. Yeah. Shout out to my peoples on Facebook. My homie Ty West from Far Rockaway in the building. I see Eki in the building from Brooklyn. Good morning, love. We're going to get a little crazy, you know what I mean? So people on my Facebook that know me, forgive me in advance. We're going to get a little buck, you know, we're going to get a little wild. We're going to get a little crazy. But at the same time, like I said, we're going to make you think. We're going to make you laugh. And, you know, we're going to touch on some topics. And we're going to try not to be too repetitive like the news. But we're going to give you some things to think about. But we also going to be on the dumb shit. Right? That's what J.Doug, that's his specialty out this month.
That's my specialty, yes.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Michelle in the building. You know what I mean? Good morning. Good morning. We're getting a lot of love on Facebook right now.
Hey, what can I find the stream you got up? It's on the group. It's in the group.
So right now I got a watch party going on in this new popping Facebook group called Black Dollars International. And I'm also I also have it on my page. You know what I'm saying?
Or your main page?
Yeah. Or well, I have it on the Rant network. Yeah, I have it on there.
Okay, I get
Miss Carlos. I hope I'm saying your name right, sister. Yeah, there's a lot of people. Good morning, everybody. They're sending us a lot of love. I just want y'all to know that. So just
salute.
So also, if people you want to comment and you want your comments to come on the screen, what you're going to want to do is you want to go to the actual source of the video on iRant Network or J.Doug TV on Facebook or on YouTube. Or at the Ranchers Union, and you're going to leave your comments and we'll be able to see them and throw them on the screen and engage with you a little more. This is the pilot episode. This is our first episode together. Once again, we're going to introduce ourselves, and we're actually introducing ourselves to each other as well. Like we all worked with each other in the past briefly. You know, I want to say, I guess you can call me like a co-producer of J.Doug's show. He has a show called Live and On Point that's fire.
Yes.
And that show happens every day, every weekday at 9-ish. Every weekday at 9-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Live and On Point on Facebook as well. It's simulcasting at the Ranchers Union. And I have Vanessa Smilez, who's a podcaster as well for the Smile 69 Network.
Yes,
on another show I produce for my homie Mr. Motherfucking Esquire called Fuck Talks. And as crazy as that sounds, he's a smart brother. So just to let y'all know. Anyway, so I'm gonna let you guys introduce yourself before we get into the topics. J.Doug, you want to tell us about what you got going on? You know, how you came to be a podcaster?
Oh yeah, I just started off as a comedian, stand-up comedy. Then I had to jump on the wave of the internet, and I was inspired by people like Charlamagne the God, Star from Star and Buck Wild Show, Howard Stern, and different people that were doing stuff online, and I just wanted to be a part of the process of podcasting and just fell in love with it. So that's where we at.
Facts.
Live and On Point.
Live and On Point. Make sure you like that page and check that out. Vanessa Smilez?
Yes. I did not start off my entertainment journey in the podcasting world, but when I was in adult films, I started that in 2011. And from there, throughout my films, I used to always listen to podcasts like from Star in the Morning, also listen to Corey Holcomb, also listened to TK Kirkland. So there's been a lot of people that I've listened to throughout the years. And for me, I just wanted a podcast or a talk show to represent females in sexual light. So I thought it was really important for especially females in the adult industry to put their perspective out there. And I just started my podcast in 2016. And we've been doing it ever since then. So we've grown to many different capacities onto iHeartRadio, on Spotify now, and iTunes and stuff. So it's been really, really good. It's been a nice little movement. And so I've been enjoying this whole ride. This is all fun. So I'm willing to expand myself now into different realms. So I'm ready for it.
Well, thank you for coming on board. Shout out to Sleazy Aki. He gave us hand claps. Good morning, homeboy. You know what I'm saying? He's actually on the YouTube chat right now, holding it down. If anybody want to join him, feel free to join Sleazy Aki over there in the chat. Like I said, if you want your chat to come on screen like you just saw, just go to the source of the video on Facebook or go to YouTube at The Rant is Union. And make sure you subscribe and like all the pages because they all have, individual contents as well. So you want to go to Smile 69 Network, you want to go to J.Doug TV on Facebook, you want to go to iRant Network on Facebook, and The Rant is Union on YouTube. All right, so I guess with me, I didn't even introduce myself. I'm sitting here because I'm looking at the people who know me on Facebook, thinking everyone knows me. I started as a filmmaker. I dropped my first film in 2011 as well. Vanessa, it wasn't an adult film, but it was a raunchy film, but it was a mockumentary on gangster rap called Monkey Gang, the mockumentary. Mm-hmm. And then, I seen people podcasting and getting a lot of, a lot of eyes on them, let's just say, you know what I mean? And I felt that could help me as a filmmaker. So I started producing for other people. So that's how I got here. Salute the Redemption Song 76, man. That is a real true union rep. We have The Rant is Union is an actual podcast union, the first of its kind. And she is a loyal member. I just want to salute her. Thank you for being on the check-in, sister. Real talk.
Salute to you.
So should we jump into some topics?
I want to ask Vanessa some questions. How many adult films have you done so far?
Oh my God. On my website I have 75 videos, but there's like a couple of videos that I have never put out and I'm putting them out gradually. I stopped filming a year after I started my podcast, so I haven't filmed in a couple of years, but a lot of my scenes that I've never put out, I still put out gradually so that people who subscribe to my website, they still get brand new content that nobody can't find anywhere else.
Why you stop doing the scenes now? It's the perfect time. That's when the OnlyFans popping. Why you done jumped out the game? This when you supposed to double down.
No, I have great scenes. So for me, when all of these platforms, even when it comes to OnlyFans, that's just a new way for people to be introduced to my content. I have an OnlyFans as well. So if you guys want to subscribe to my OnlyFans as well, that's great. But my website was built in 2011. So I had people subscribing and watching my things since then. So what I do is anytime that there is a new platform, I just take advantage of that platform and showcase my stuff on there and make money.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I
wanted a life. I want a man, I want a husband, and I want children and a family. And that's not for me. I never said that I would do that forever.
You think you're gonna get a husband after how many years you did porn?
From 2011 to 2017. So about 6 years.
You think you'll get a husband? Seriously?
Say that there's not one already in the picture. So
okay, damn. Okay, well, shit. All right, handle your business.
I think there's a real one out there. You know what I mean? There's a market for everything, so it's somebody for everybody. You feel me?
Absolutely. And only real niggas can really handle it because if your bitch is not a virgin when you met her, then she's fucked somebody. And whether or not you've seen it, she's fucked and sucked somebody else.
True indeed.
I've been got on some pimping. That's the only thing. Just shoot, money get low. I might have to have you out there again, like baby. You know,
money get low. I'm in this show.
I got to break you out of retirement, boo. Straight up.
And I mean, there's a lot of females who I know who has done stuff like that. They break out of retirement, they go back in. So it really, really varies when it comes to these situations. And I feel like he said, there's always someone for everybody. And for me, there's a certain type of dude who I know who can handle me and deal with me. And that's what I need in my life. I don't need no scared niggas.
I'm a scared nigga. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I think, we got a comment for her already, but I think that, you know what I'm saying, if you meet somebody a certain way,
that's who they are to you.
Exactly.
If I meet you like that, it's gonna beat you on some straight up pimping anyway. See, once you tell me you make money, then I got to shift to pimping.
Well, exactly. I mean, honestly, when it comes to me, I have a lot of different things that I engage in. For me, I've been doing radio for years. I have a regular job. My life is completely different outside of that. So people who meet me outside of that, there's some people who really have no idea. You know, there's some porn stars that they can't walk down the street. And then there's other porn stars who, you know, you will only know if you are extremely into porn. So I'm very fortunate to not be like as recognizable as Pinky or Cherokee or anything or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, there is often times where I'm in certain settings and there'll be niggas that's like, yo, I know you from somewhere. They can't remember where. But I know somewhere.
I might know you from somewhere. I gotta just look through my files. But I normally watch white women, so you might not be on my list. So
white women in my videos. So
you got white women in your videos?
Yes, I've hired white women in my videos.
Oh, well, I'm about to check you out. I'm gonna see what you're working with.
Me personally, I clear my history. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna find nothing I didn't see before. But we got a comment for you. Somebody, my homeboy Sleazy Aki said, yes, I'll marry her.
All right.
That nigga.
He know what's good.
Yo, not for nothing. I know him in real life, so you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
He knows what's good. He knows what's real. Only real niggas can really handle they bitch fucking somebody else, just like real bitches can handle a nigga fucking somebody else.
Ooh.
That's a topic for another show. I don't know. We're going to really dig into that shit.
Well, I mean, it kind of goes with a lot of the topics we're about to talk about in a little while. Like when we get into sex work, I definitely want to expand on that because a lot of niggas was dropping their bitches off at the strip club and they can't do that no more. So now they got to support their ex-stripper girlfriend or, you know.
Oh, no. I'm about to cut you loose. Oh, you might have to upgrade. You might have to step it up a notch.
The whole ATL is on lock right now.
Oh, he's back on lock?
Well, I mean, they're just opening up, but there's a lot of strip clubs and stuff like that hasn't reopened. Shout out to Miss Beauty Doll. She's one of the people who I've worked with for years. She's in Atlanta. She's been on my podcast as well. And we were talking about a lot of the things that are happening in Atlanta versus what's happening in New York. And she said, like, places are starting to open back up, but there's a lot of clubs and bars and stuff like that has not reopened. So,
yeah. I want to shout out some of the new people that's coming in the Facebook watch party that I got going on. Salute to Nina, salute to Malcolm, and big salute to Saladin. He says, shout out to our Rant Network and the Ranters Union. Love and appreciate y'all for real. Salute to you, brother. He actually has a show that's going to be, well, he started it earlier this week called Where's the Love? Rebuilding Black Families. So nice. We're kind of on that subject now because even someone who has done adult film deserves a family, right?
Absolutely. And there's a lot of females who I've worked with who do have families. There's women who I know who have husbands and who have children. And sometimes often their husbands are working with them. They're on set with them. So, you know, so I guess make porn stars' lifestyles realistic, but they do have real lives when they come off that camera. Even for me, when I started with somebody I was in a relationship with. And then I ended up graduating on to doing other things. But a lot of my original scenes was with the person I was in a relationship with. So
that's it. I'm going to ask one more quick question. So what's the average male size in your professional opinion?
Why do niggas care about size so much?
I just want to know for my personal record.
I don't really,
What's the average? You done did 70-something scenes. What's the average size?
Well, and not all 70-something scenes is with 70-something people, but
let me ask you this. So if I pull out a 5.5, is that a good size?
Huh?
A 5.5 inch?
I'd say about 6. Between 6 and 7.
Okay. All right. Maybe I could do some form. Maybe you can introduce me and I can get my perform on the adult film industry.
I say it varies because if you don't use it, you lose it. If you're not sucking it that much and you're not using your dick, it's not gonna grow. It's not gonna stretch. It's not gonna expand. I keep saying this. I've watched dudes' dicks grow over time because they're fucking so much. And then, there's regular dudes out in the street whose dick stay the same size because, they on some lazy, simple shit.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's J.Doug, man. Look. Yo, look how early it is. First of all, Vanessa wasn't even going to let that shit out the bag yet. But
you know what's crazy? I'm always here for it. So for me, it don't matter for me. I'm ready early in the morning, in the evening. I'm gonna go.
Right. I don't know, man. We might have to put this episode on Patreon or something. You know what I'm saying? Try this one more time, man. We was gonna ease that part on them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, we good. Yeah. But I just had to know because I'm interested. Because we talked for like an hour last night. And I just did get all personal.
I know. I was at work and I was listening to it. I was trying to be in a chat room, but I couldn't really fuck with it that much because I drive for a living. So
no, I'm talking about when we was doing the setup. We were talking. I didn't really get to know you like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but I was listening to your show last night on the Rant Union YouTube page last evening.
Okay.
And shout out to the bitch who wants who
Davis. Her name Davis.
Take care of her feet. I fucks with that.
Say it again. Okay. I'm talking over you. Say it again. The woman that what?
The woman who wants niggas to take care of her feet. I fucks with that.
Yeah, that's Davis.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a good segue. So if you go to the Ranters Union on YouTube or the Live and On Point page on Facebook, it was a real crazy show that happened last night, and they basically was on some freaky talk. They don't always talk freaky, but they talk real last night, and it was pretty interesting. I was in the comments talking some crazy shit too, but I don't know. We're gonna try to keep this morning base, but
morning base. What we starting with?
I think since we already went to the freak shit, let's just go with the freak shit. Let's talk about the sex workers. Do you want me to pull that article up for you, or do you have it? How do you want to do that?
If you can pull it up, that's great, because I'm trying to go back and get it from the chat, and I can't.
No, I got you right now. I'm
Facebook illiterate. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really don't use Facebook, so I'm working on that.
It's all good.
I'm working on that. But no, I came across that because I usually, when I start my podcast, I usually type in sex news, and that was one of the things that did show up, and I wanted to talk about it. Because a lot of females who are sex workers are actually still actively working. A lot of them are still making house calls, and dudes are coming over. Like, they say prostitution is the world's oldest profession, and it truly is. Like, and even with this whole COVID thing happening, it's a test of the times in a sense, because not even COVID-19 can stop niggas from getting their dick sucked.
You know what? Salute the Schoolboy. He's in the building. Schoolboy's in the building. I see you, brother. We might get a special guest from somebody who helped me start out in the game later on. So, however, do you want me to play the video, or do you want to read some of the article? Because there's a video in the article.
Right. You can play some of the video, and then I'm going to read some of the article. So probably like a minute. It's a very short video. So yeah.
All right then. So let me go ahead and get this video popping for you. Give me 2 seconds, and yeah, we're gonna watch some of this. Oh, matter of fact, there we go. It's a short video, so we all right. So here we go. The sex workers are still working.
Yes, they are.
This comes to us from BBC News.
Mm-hmm.
Home visits or offices, because that's what people have been asking for. I've been down to Bristol, I've been down to Northampton, so it all depends. People are willing to pay extra for me to travel to it.
Do you not worry when you go to people's homes?
No, because I literally sanitise myself from head to toe. My friend works for the NHS anyway, she's front line. She tells me what I can and can't do.
Yeah. And the thing is, I work for the BBC, and I'm concerned that you are still prepared to meet people during the coronavirus outbreak.
Right.
So, would you like to tell me why you are?
I've got no obligation to meet anyone.
I know you've got no obligation to meet anyone, but...
Now, thank you.
It's just an hour. It's £40. It's reduced because of COVID-19. Usually I'm £120 an hour. Yeah, bringing on now this 6 months. I needed the money. I need to pay my house.
Most sex workers are mothers working to support families. So if they don't have an income and they're facing not being able to feed their kids or losing their housing, then yes, some women are going to have to make that terribly hard choice of going back to work.
All customers leaving feedback about sex workers they've met since the lockdown started. And there are pages of them.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Yes.
Man, see, that's why I went earlier this year when that stripper fell from the pole. I was telling people in my show then, y'all need to start finding another job. Because something was telling me in the spirit, all this selling pussy, popping pussy wasn't going to work out. And I look at motherfuckers running around scrambling. It's the middle of a pandemic. You putting your life on the line. You don't care about COVID. You don't care about age. You don't care about damn thing. You just out here.
Well, I have to say, it's not only them. Like, it's dudes who are looking for this as well. Like, I have to say, that girl wasn't the first girl in the beginning of this year to fall from a stripper pole. I remember during my freshman year of college, actually, Black China went to my school. She was a sophomore when I was a freshman. I remember when Miami tip fell in Miami. Like, that was a really, really big thing. Like, it was all over the place. Everybody was talking about it. You know, they were not setting up memorials, but like setting up like parties where they would donate to her and stuff like that. And that didn't stop any of the females in Miami stripping at that time. So, you know, when it comes to the sex industry, like, I've always known that it's been extremely important in crucial times. And I have to be very honest, since this whole COVID-19 situation, like, I've gotten a spike in sales from my videos and stuff like that. Honestly, like, sex sometimes really gets people through it. There's people who are going through things mentally, financially, and sometimes just having that sense of relief is extremely important. Even when it comes to the article on the BBC news article, it states, with social distancing rules in place and strip clubs and brothels closed, sex workers around the world have seen their incomes disappear almost overnight as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. Now, I would say it disappears in a sense, but in other areas, I feel like it spikes as well. Like, for some guys, I guess, who are not willing to risk themselves physically, those are the people who are now focusing on online measures in order to take care of whatever needs that they actually do have. And honestly, this coincides with what I'm already physically seeing where I live at, because I drive around a lot. You go to certain tracks in East New York, or you go to certain tracks in, you know, the Bronx or other parts of the city, girls are still out here working. You drive around 5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, whatever the case may be, girls are still walking around, booty shorts and all that. Like,
Can I jump in on that? Because that's what I wanted to say. My homie Sleazy Aki, who's in the chat, I was talking to him the other day, and I was joking with him because I seen one of my homegirls from back in Cali. I used to live in Cali too.
Yeah.
Said she was in Vallejo, and she seen streetwalkers with a mask on. And then he said he see the same thing in East New York. So I'm like, yo. So we was laughing at that, like, yo, what the fuck? You got a mask on, but you're gonna have to take it off to suck the dick anyway. Like, you know what I mean? So we was laughing at it, but it's interesting that you brought this to the table as an actual subject, because, you know, I guess they're proving that they're essential. I guess that's what you're saying. They
are essential workers. They're doing the Lord's work. But
oh Lord.
But no, you know, they do have I don't know if these females have used this mask for their services yet, but I don't know if you guys seen, they have a mask that's out that has a cut inside of the mask. They show
that still defeats the whole purpose. Once you take the mask off, you're infecting yourself or infecting the next person. Or shit, you probably rather catch COVID than fucking herpes or AIDS or some shit. But
right. I mean, and I get the logic of these females as well, because being in the sex industry, it is a risky business. So a lot of them have been, if you're going to be in any kind of sex industry for an extended amount of time, you have to be intelligent enough to be able to take care of yourself, so you can still be able to engage in a lot of these scenarios. Like, a lot of these females, they're just probably saying to themselves, like, I've managed to not catch herpes. I've managed to not catch HIV or anything like that thus far. What is COVID-19? So in a sense, I understand it at the same time. And my logic is also this. You got females in the hood, not even sex workers, walking around with masks on and gloves on, but they've been fucking niggas raw. And not asking nobody for tests. But they deserve to be in a grocery store with their mask on and their gloves like, oh, excuse me. But as a kid, about the niggas, they fucking raw. But
I think that's what we're getting at, though. You know what I'm saying? But imagine not catching any disease and then dying from COVID. Like,
yeah, I'd be mad. I'd be mad as hell.
And I was finna say, yeah, you don't want to suck a dick and put back on that mask because you'll be breathing back in that dick sucking breath. And that can be really more toxic than the COVID, possibly.
Well, yeah, especially because certain niggas don't wash their bowls. So that's
what I'm saying. You breathing that back in? Nah.
So we gotta.
And if I pay to get my dick sucked, I don't want no hole in the mask. I want lips too. God damn it. Nah, I want to know what that mouth do. So I ain't with the bullshit. No.
We losing viewers right now. It don't matter at the end of the day. But yo, so Redemption Song 76 says there is such thing as an English collective of prostitutes. Wow.
Yes, that shocked me too. I was like, oh my God, they need that in the United States. Like, I feel like a lot more countries are more open-minded when it comes to sex workers' rights and their unions and stuff like that. And I feel like sex workers in America is just like the stepchild, the bastard stepchild that's in the room that nobody wants to talk about. So I think it's probably really, really important for them that BBC did focus on this, because it sheds a light to another facet of what we're dealing with in society, and especially with what's going on right now.
So let me ask you this, Vanessa, before we move on to the next topic. Do you believe that sex work, as far as like actual prostitutes, should be legal in this country?
I do. What if somebody chooses to do with their body? That's their own business. And I will have to say also this. I do believe that drugs should be legal as well. If somebody wants to off themselves on whatever their drug of choice is, who am I to stop them? I believe steroids should be legal, all that. Like, if a baseball player want to shoot himself up, they go on the field and play baseball, like, why not? So, yeah.
J.Doug, same question.
What was the question one more time?
Do you believe prostitution should be legal in this country?
It depends. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I think in certain states it should be. I think it should be certain places you can go to be free and sell your pussy. Yes. Yes. I feel like yes. But I feel like it need to be a place where people who don't want to be involved in that type of mess, it do need to be a place for us homemade Christians to go and feel holy. Yes.
You okay. Go to church.
Yeah. Nah, everybody can't be selling no vagina all over the place. Nah.
No, I agree. Nah. There's children that doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
Thing. So yeah, I get it.
Because I know when you give Americans that little much length, they take it a mile away. Because America is such a capitalist state, it'll be goddamn kids passing around pussy buying pamphlets and stuff. No, I know what stuff goes in America. It's all about the dollar then. Hey, you want to buy that? Buy. Yeah, they be passing out their mama flyer and stuff. Nah. Nah.
Yes, indeed.
I wanted to have one more question on that, but I'm gonna ask one more. So, what states then? What states? What states would you?
Nevada, New York,
Florida.
What a mess already going on.
Florida. Yeah.
No, well then I gotta move then. I gotta move then.
And not add Florida, man. You can't.
I'll come back just to play them ghetto games, but no, I can't have my family down here in that mess. I ain't gonna have my family in Sodom and Gomorrah. Cause no, you gonna have nah.
I mean, I don't think I heard nobody say what Vegas and all that, but
yeah, I said Nevada, the whole state of Nevada.
Yeah, Vegas has like Nevada has like certain areas that certain forms is legal, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It says it should be legal but regulated somehow. Respect.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right.
Next.
All right, then. So let's move on to the next topic, because we got topics for days, just so y'all know. And my brother, hold on, we got one more comment. My brother Muhammad
And make sure y'all get y'all like in and a share in for us, please, so we can trend up higher. Get us you a share in if you're enjoying the content.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, that's a fact. So, you know what? Since we was talking about sex work, let's stick with that. Let's go to the Ron Jeremy situation, okay?
Oh, shoot.
Your man Ron Jeremy. That's a ceremony. What the fuck is a ceremony?
He was having his own ceremonies.
Ron Jeremy with the ceremonies. All right. Let me pull this on the screen. There we go. So this comes to us by way of TMZ.
Mm-hmm.
Ron Jeremy charged with 3 rape counts. And if you don't know who Ron Jeremy is,
Legend.
That's this long-nosed white dude right here that you probably seen when you was sneaking and watching porno when you wasn't supposed to when you was young.
Is he Jewish?
He look it.
Oh.
I don't know what he is though. Can you enlighten us, Vanessa? Do you know anything about this dude?
I've seen him at several different events. When I was at AVN's in 2018, I seen him at Exotica. This was 2017, Exotica in New Jersey, the convention that they have there. And he was a nice guy, very friendly, very he seemed very, I guess because he's older in age now, he seemed very agile. He seemed very, not really this guy that was really portrayed on the screens. And truth be told, like, looking at everything around him, like, it was mostly females going up to him. It was mostly, females be clout chasing all the time, but that's what I've really seen. I've seen a lot of females running up to him, taking pictures, grabbing on him, grabbing on his junk and everything. So, like, yeah, so it's crazy that, he's being charged with 3 counts of rape. Now, I do not ever dismiss, a woman's feelings or, what happens with women and stuff like that. I try to be very sensitive when it comes to these things, but I don't have any sisters. I have several brothers, and I have several men in my family who I, hold to a higher regard. And I would hate for any man that I know who's a good, upstanding man to be charged or accused of things that they did not do, which we have seen happen several times in this society. And, like, when it comes to this, I'm not saying that he couldn't do it, but there's a lot of situations where porn stars in the industry, they'll do scenes with people, they get paid for scenes, and then try to say, oh, I didn't agree to do that, or, that was against my will. Like, I've seen that happen, so when it comes to him, I'm not saying that he did not do that, but, it's really surprising, like, that throughout his entire career, he's, he hasn't even done scenes in years. So it's like, now he's being charged with this. It's kind of like, it's wild. It's really wild.
Let's read it real quick. Let's read a little bit of it. It says, former adult film star Ron Jeremy is now accused of raping 3 women and sexually assaulting a 4th. After the LA County DA announced the charges, District Attorney Jackie Lacey announced Tuesday her office had charged Ron Jeremy with 3 counts of forcible rape, 3 counts of forcible penetration by a foreign object, 1 count of forcible oral copulation, and 1 count of sexual battery. The charges relate to 4 separate incidents dating back to 2014. So in his case, he's been old, so fairly recent.
Mm-hmm.
According to the DA's office, a 25-year-old woman claims Jeremy forcibly raped her at her home in WeHo, which I believe is West Hollywood, back in 2014. Prosecutors also say Jeremy allegedly sexually assaulted 2 women on several occasions at a WeHo bar in 2017. The 30-year-old woman claims Jeremy forcibly raped her at the same bar in July 2019. Arraignment has been set for later this afternoon, which this article came out earlier this month on the 23rd, well, a few days ago. And prosecutors want his bail set at $6.6 million. If convicted, the 64-year-old faces a possible maximum sentence of 90 years to life in state prison.
Mm-hmm.
I believe J.Doug, Vanessa gave us her, feedback. So I want to hear from J.Doug already. I want to hear because, she already told us how she felt about the situation for the most part. J.Doug, how you feel about that?
I don't believe it. This man, I don't see what he shouldn't even want no more vagina at this point. Not alone be trying to take no vagina. Like, come on now, come on. Ron Jeremy come on now. He probably got the most vagina in the world. It's like, come on, he ain't finna take no vagina. What he gonna get out of it?
Yeah, he made his. They say even in an article, he made his way into the Guinness Book of World Records for most appearances in adult films after being appeared in more than 2,200 films. So
that's what I'm saying. Now, if they say he was taking some booty, I believe that.
Mm.
But it says also that the district attorney's office declined a case against him.
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Yeah. They said that that the district attorney's office declined a case against him due to insufficient evidence stemming from an alleged incident in 2016. So it seems as if they've tried to prosecute him before, but they were unable to based on evidence. So I wonder, what do they have now that, that allows them to really move forward?
I kind of want to agree with J.Doug, but at the same time, anything is possible. But it's just weird. It's weird that somebody who got all the sex he could want in his lifetime, and he could get any, like you said, you met him yourself. You seen him at the festival.
Like the two events that I seen him at Exotica, the Exotica convention in New Jersey, and the AVN convention as well in Las Vegas. And this man can't even walk into a room without hundreds of people flocking to him. Right. All the females running up to him, trying to take their picture with him, and everybody just trying to get this man's attention, grabbing on him, all of these things. So for me, it's a real shocking situation to see that this has even transpired. Like, I was very, very shocked when I definitely did see it. I hope that he finds a way to, figure the situation out. I hope he doesn't go to jail. I'm very objective when it comes to, setting up charges and stuff like that on people. And for me, somebody who's had that type of reputation in an industry, they don't need to. There's no need. If you're getting pussy all the time, what's the need to go and take some? You know what I'm saying?
So let me guess, choose the other side of the coin. But first, I want to read Redemption's comment.
Yes.
He said, that's like asking someone to shoot you and hoping you don't die. No one deserves to be sexually assaulted, but damn. True. But check this out. So what if he got so much sex in his day that he doesn't even think there's somebody who would turn him down? What if he was in a bar? Like one of the stories was in a bar. What if he was in a bar and he was hanging out and women was flirting with him, and because some women tend to flirt, but that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean they want to have sex with you and shit like that.
Yeah.
And maybe he just thought, who would tell him no? He was used to getting what he want, or
might have been drunk.
Could have been drunk too. Could have been
drunk and take something.
But I always put the response. I mean, people may think about this differently, but for me, I always put the responsibility on a female at the end of the day. Not that say women ask to be raped or, they want to be raped or sexually abused or molested in any kind of way. But I feel like women play key factors when it comes to sexual situations. Women know what they wear to enhance how they look. Women know how to position themselves in certain ways to get what they want. So obviously for me, when I see circumstances that happen like this, to be in the vicinity of a man, to be that close. I always been told from, many men in my family, don't, show your teeth to a nigga in his face all the time. Like there's ways that you move in order to, get certain results. For me, I'm not going to be in a dude's face if I'm not really interested in him like that. Even for me, there's a lot of people in the industry who I know. There's few people who I know who have stalkers and stuff like that. I never say never, but I have never had that scenario happen to me because I moved in a certain way. I knew how to take care of myself in a certain way. I knew how to adjust myself when it comes to situations, add myself in, remove myself. Women are very intelligent. And I feel like with these, sexual allegations or these Me Too movements, it makes women seem unintelligent and weak in a sense, because there's a lot of women who is extremely smart when it comes to situations. There's women who know how to get themselves into shit and get themselves right out of it. So to be victimized in a sense, I kind of always put a part onto the women as well, because in a sense, you standing that close to nigga, you know what you're doing.
Okay. That's interesting, J.Doug. We got a woman here who's actually taking responsibility for herself in a sense where a lot of women just, you know,
like, oh, he just touched me, but you had your ass showing to him. Like, what did you think was gonna happen?
Wow.
You know, like, even for me, like, I know because I've been in the sex industry when niggas are sliding into my DMs, I know what niggas want. So I'm gonna just meet up with a nigga because he said hi. Like,
right. That's, you know, that kind of reminds me of this Dave Chappelle joke where he said, we said the woman dressed like a hoe, and she said, just because I dress like this doesn't mean I'm a hoe. And he likened that to, that's like him dressing like a cop, and then somebody running up to him like, help, officer. And he's like, just because I'm dressed like this doesn't mean I'm a cop, right? So that's interesting. And then we actually got people in the chat. That group Redemption says, I agree with this sister. Extra Course says, I agree with her as well. He says this sister got some critical thinking there, and that's coming from a brother who I know personally, who also does things on this channel, who teaches women how to fight and teaches and tells women how not to get into certain scenarios. So that's coming from someone who cares. We got a special guest who just joined the building, entered the building. I'm gonna let him on the screen for this next topic. This is Schoolboy, and not Schoolboy Q, but Schoolboy, the Morehouse graduate who was a co-host of a show I used to produce called Time to Heal 2.0, which was originally supposed to be about domestic violence, but kind of just went all over the place. But it was classic. If you was there, you was there. If you know, you know. Schoolboy, do you hear me?
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Why he ain't camera up? I wanted to see this big head ass nigga.
I don't know why, but his shit he just dropped right off at the same time.
He talk about he a Morehouse graduate with an Obama phone. Nigga, stop it. Nigga, where your iPhone at, nigga?
Okay, Schoolboy, you got.
And then come on, man. And why he got the picture like that of him at somebody else's wedding? You can tell he ain't getting married because he ain't smiling in the picture.
Right.
He look like he there. Like, come on, man, stop playing games.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, brother. We can hear
you. That's your Facebook profile picture?
Hey, man, no comment. So, with that,
no comment. No comment.
You know, I appreciate the invite. I obviously I missed some of what was said. But yeah, man, I appreciate the invite, and I see y'all got an interesting conversation, man. And I really appreciate the sister's stance on that, because I have two daughters, and I always, my daughters are younger, but I always tell women, just in my circle, like, don't disempower yourself in situations where you can take control of the situation. You know, don't become a victim of a circumstance based on, you know, the things that you do. You know, of course, some women, I'll step back. Oh, you're trying to blame the victim. That's not blaming the victim. That's empowering the victim to do something to help themselves. And that's what we should be encouraging. So I really do appreciate your viewpoint on that.
So I guess, go ahead, sister. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, even in addition to you saying you have two daughters, like, not too many people think about adult women, like people who are in the adult industry. For me, I have a great relationship with my father. Like, my father has nothing to do with my adult career, but I have a very great relationship with my father. I have, outside of everything else. And my father has taught me a lot when it comes to dealing with men and how to handle situations. And I've been very fortunate to not be in, you know, those types of abusive scenarios. And hold on one second, but I also see that someone made a comment saying that Franchise Catering said that that's not going to stop a rapey type nigga. I agree. Sometimes you cannot, sometimes situations can be out of your control, but you can do your best to manage to, you know, alleviate situations, to diffuse things, to be able to be smart enough to see things way before they happen. That's true intelligence right there. And I feel like people, they often make themselves way too weak that they don't need to be.
Okay, well, you know, as somebody who grew up in the hood, for lack of better words, I do believe there's a such thing as you know, moving a certain way, and you don't have to grow in the hood to know that. You definitely have to. But you, like my wife, she's from Baltimore. She wasn't in the hood of Baltimore, but she's from Baltimore, and she said they have something called the Baltimore Grill. It's just like you have to know how to move in a way where you don't present yourself as a victim, because
facts.
People tend to target soft marks.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But and with that being said, first let me say this. We got a comment for Schoolboy. Salute to HBCU grads, Hampton in the house from Redemption.
Salute.
Yeah. And we're gonna talk about somebody real quick who this person by default is a soft mark. This article that we're about to bring in next has nothing to do with sex, anything like that. So in case anybody was tired of hearing about the sex stuff, this has nothing to do with that. However, it has something to do with a sister being a victim, and she was a victim of some racists. So
I wanted to talk about that, so I'm glad that you segued into this.
Yeah, so I'm glad Schoolboy's here for this part of the conversation. So I hear a little bit of echo. It's real faint. So I don't know if Schoolboy, is that you? Are you listening to it on the YouTube as well?
No, I'm not, but I was just about to send you a message saying I need to probably switch over to my computer because I'm doing this from my phone, and it might not be the best way to do it.
Okay. I mean, you've been getting kicked off a couple times, but you've been good this time. So what I would tell you to do is stay on, but then, go to your computer and then add it from there, and we'll switch it out, unless you get kicked off again. J.Doug said you got the Obama phone, but, Obama, you know what I mean?
I need Obama to send me my reparations check so I get a better phone. But obviously he missed.
Oh no, you're not gonna get that from Obama. You're gonna Obama ain't have nothing for you. but a shuck and a jive.
All right. Yeah, all right. So this article comes to us from Revolt. Black woman set on fire by white men in Wisconsin. And this is the sister right here, young sister right here. She looks racially ambiguous, like she could be mixed. The four assailants also called this other woman who name I don't want to pronounce. I will. Aletha Bernstein, a racial slur. Bernstein sounds like a real, Jewish name, but we know neo-Nazis hate Jews as well. So on Wednesday, June 24th, a black woman in Madison, Wisconsin reportedly suffered third-degree burns after four white men threw lighter fluid and a lighter in her face while she was in her car. Speaking with Madison 365, 18-year-old EMT Aletha Bernstein said the assailants yelled a racial slur at her before the attack. And I think I pronounced the assailants wrong. Anyway, I was listening to some music at the stoplight, and then all of a sudden I heard someone yell the nigger word really loud. She said the N word, obviously. So she told the outlet. I turned my head to look at somebody throwing lighter fluid on me. And then they threw the lighter at me, and my neck caught on fire. And I tried to put it out, but I brushed it up to my face. I got out, and then I just blasted through the red light. I got it out, and then I blasted through the red light. Sorry. I just felt like I needed to get away. So I drove through the red light and just kept driving until I got to my brother's home. And under that, as a related article, is Michael Jackson's niece, who I shared this on my Facebook not too long ago, allegedly, and there's no alleged, her face is stabbed the fuck up, allegedly stabbed in a racist attack. So this leads me to the topic, which we're going to go to another article after, well, not an article, a video, about black women being not really protected,
I got a couple things too. I'm kind of watching this mulatto because it is Jesse Smollett, it's Bubba Wallace, and here you have another mulatto claiming to be victimized. I don't know if this happened. There's too many stuff for people crying wolf during these Black Lives Matter time. I have to wait till a full investigation come out. I'm sorry, because you got stories coming out just to start a race war.
Let me say something real quick. Franchise Catering says racially ambiguous, nigga mixed. First of all, I called it what it is. Yes, racially ambiguous because she could be brown for many reasons, not just because she's from African descent. She could be from
Wisconsin.
Filipino descent. She could be mixed. There's a lot of reasons why she could be very fair skinned with curly hair. I didn't call her mulatto like J.Doug did. Why don't you comment on that shit? All right, because first of all, mulatto is not a flattering term. There's a lot of people who mix that use mulatto as a flattering term. That shit is not flattering. It was never meant to be flattering.
The female rapper out now called Miss Mulatto. Just saying.
That shit was never. There's a lot of people that use mulatto in a flattering term. They think that shit is because they think, oh, I'm mixed with white and I'm a mulatto. Bitch, that shit was meant, and I don't say bitch because I'm talking to females. I'm just saying whoever thinks mulatto is some fly shit, that was meant to basically call you a mutt. It was.
I personally don't see nothing wrong with the whole mulatto thing. We took nigger and turned it into nigga, so I'm not completely upset with that. And also, I'm not gonna lie, I was in Staten Island yesterday. I drove past down on Richmond Road. They have this place called Oriental Mall. And I had to look twice, like Oriental, like that's where we're going, Orientals. But yes, so
I'm just saying, me, being I'm not gonna say I'm not a Morehouse graduate like my brother right here, schoolboy. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean. What I learned was mulatto was a way of them also downgrading the person who was so-called mixed. And yes, we have him on the screen now, but
schoolboy, you look crazy, my nigga.
Schoolboy,
crazy,
bro. We don't hear you. Schoolboy, go to the cam mic option and make sure that your headsets are recognized as your mic and your camera. All right, you'll see it on the bottom of the screen. Cam mic.
This nigga look like he got on the screen with no pants on, just drawers. You look crazy, bro. Go put some pants on, bro. Stop playing.
All right, so while he's working out his audio thing, matter of fact, I'll put him back on the screen from his phone. All right?
Yeah, but I wanted to get to when it came to that article, right? This is what I mean about females being aware and paying attention to their surroundings. Because when you mentioned that article yesterday and I looked at it, I had so many questions. First, somebody called out a racial slur. So you heard these white boys saying the word nigga or whoever they were, right? So you heard that. That didn't alarm you enough to be like, let me get the fuck from around here. 2, why is anybody that close or near you to be able to throw something in your vehicle? Like that doesn't register to me. I'm not saying that she was wrong in any way, shape, or form, but these are the things that I'm talking about when it comes to being aware. It's not like somebody shot her from a point blank range. We're talking about now somebody throwing something into your vehicle. That means that person had to be close enough. And if you had a stoplight, how is somebody close enough to throw something? Like that doesn't, it just so many questions pop up in my mind. Like there's no way that I would be, I'm not saying I can't ever be in that situation, but I feel like it's really difficult to be in those situations if you are being aware of your surroundings and paying attention. Because from a mile away, or if these people were that close to you, you should have been able to see them, and then you should be able to see that coming. Like that scenario should not have happened. And as soon as you heard the racial slur, that was your warning shot. So you're gonna hear the racial slur and just I'ma chill here. Like no. I remember I drove shout out to Florida. I drove up to Daytona Beach, and I seen I was out there during bike week, and it was the white people bike week. And I seen all the Confederate flags, and I went right back into my Hilton hotel room. And I said, I'm not leaving.
Okay. So
gotta go.
One thing I'm gonna say is it's not far-fetched to catch people slipping. You know what I mean? So I feel what you're saying. Maybe she was off point, but it's real possible she just I feel she just got caught slipping. Schoolboy, let's see if what franchise catering calls the Xbox headset.
Yeah, man. Can you guys hear me now?
We can hear you. And before you get into that, I just want to say Redemption Song 76 says that Bubba Wallace matter still looks suspect. Speaking of the Confederate flags and the bike week type NASCAR-ish type of thing you said, I don't think he's a Smollett. She said it looks suspect. She don't think he's a Smollett. But let's back to the women though. Schoolboy, what do you think about this woman being attacked?
Man, yeah, she got attacked, and like you said, she should have probably been more aware of her surroundings. But something that I noticed about a lot of our mixed cousins is that they live in a world where they think I'm just like everybody else, and I think that they fail to realize that they're not seen like everybody else. and they can put themselves in position to be victimized because they're just unaware. And so it looks like that's probably what happened to her. You know, she's like, well, I had to put the fire out. Somebody said nigga, so I looked. Like, are you a nigga? Why are you looking? You know what I'm saying? So you know, it seems like she kind of put herself in position. And now again, I'm not blaming the victim, but definitely being more aware of her surroundings would have probably helped her out on that one, you know.
Okay, but like I said, I think you agree with me in a sense by saying she may be of the type that just used to having an easier life.
Yeah.
Easy.
Matter of fact, I read that article and she said something like, I rode down that street before and went to the farmer's market down there. And so I had memories of it being just a place in my youth. And I just didn't think about something like this ever happening. But see, I walk out into the streets, places I've been before, and I assume that something could happen like this or anything could happen. So I'm on ready. You know what I mean? And now she's going to be on ready too. You know what I mean? So that's, you know, which is a good thing for her in that sense.
Okay, Muhammad Extra Core says once again the sister's critically analyzing the situation.
Right.
Franchise Catering says baby be victim blaming a lot. Okay, Franchise Catering. And then Muhammad Extra Core stuck up for you. He says, I don't think she's victim blaming.
I know, because I'm not, and like you said, I'm not saying that people can't get caught slipping. Yes, those things absolutely do happen. I'm not saying that they don't. But honestly, when it comes to a lot of situations, your intelligence determines your fate. How you think and how you operate really determines sometimes what happens to you. I speak from experience because for me, I've traveled to Africa. I've been to Thailand. I've been to several different states, sometimes traveling by myself and then sometimes traveling with people. And being able to adapt to certain areas and situations and looking around, I feel like has really sheltered me and saved my life in a lot of scenarios. So when I talk about these things, I talk about from experience. I mean, I never say never. You know, I'm not saying anything can't happen to me. Anything can happen to anybody, but I feel like you can alleviate situations by how you think and how you see things.
Okay. Well, this next article comes to us. I'm gonna let J.Doug into it. It's not an article. It's actually a video, and it's not about a racist attacking our sisters. It's about us attacking ourselves. And I'm gonna let J.Doug take over and introduce the dumb shit. J.Doug.
Yes, I will have at this. Now, this is a video for my nigga Sleazy Mills. That's what we're going with to my guy Sleazy Mills.
No, Skeeters. I think it was Skeeter.
No, it was
he is but yeah.
Wait, was Skeeter Mills? Yeah, Skeeter Mills. But he's sleazy though. But I don't know the backstory. I don't know why this woman got popped in her damn face like this. But this is out there in the Brooklyn. This somewhere in New York projects. That's what I'm gonna say.
I think it was Uptown. I don't know. Vanessa, do you know?
No, that looks like Van Dyke. I'm gonna do my research and find out exactly where this was though.
Okay, we're gonna find out. I think I heard or read somewhere it was Uptown, but listen, this video is not for the weak-hearted. You might have seen it already, but we're gonna watch it for research purposes.
Ooh. Now, did she not know that she was going with the who raised motherfucking Skeeter Mills? Let me answer this. Let me say something. Who raised Skeeter Mills? Like, Skeeter Mills don't have no type of pre-warning. Skeeter Mills don't have no type of like, yo, don't try me like that again. One more time, if you say that again, no type of nothing. Just straight up oops upside your fucking head with the skateboard on a woman. That's messed up. It's a messed up video. I don't know what she did, but I've been seeing a lot of these videos coming out lately. I just seen a video in school. This young kid was talking to this girl, and she was like, "Why you running up on me? That's what females do." And he just hauled off and knocked their ass out. Bow. So I don't know who raising these young men to where they have zero tolerance. And They have it's worse with when they come back with the fellas. Because when they come back with the fellas, they be ready to straight shoot and kill. So she might have got off easy.
Well, we can't say that after getting hit with a skateboard, she don't deserve to come back with the fellas.
Yo, that's what I said. So niggas gonna have to come and see him. This nigga was on Hot 97 and everything. He's from Harlem.
He's from Harlem.
He was on Hot 97 doing what?
Oh yeah, he was on Hot 97. It says, I don't know when. It says it's hot in here. Must be some nailers in the atmosphere. So he's part of this thing called Nailer Gang. He was up at the Hot 97 radio station. Apparently, because he is a rapper. He was. It's not saying when, but according to bingingnews.com, they gave some more background on Skeeter Mills. So yeah. I think it's really, really crazy that this happened. It's very unfortunate. And if she gets niggas to come and see him, I do not blame her at all. But this is also, I'm not saying that it's her fault either. And I always say this as well. You got to check the temperature of the room. Check the temperature of people. She personally, to me, she wasn't standing far away enough. A nigga is that mad and you still close? Nah.
Well,
by that whole conversation, you can see it's a tense conversation. It don't look like nobody really knows what they're talking about beforehand, but that don't look like no ha kiki conversation. Like I would have been stepping back if so already. You know what I'm saying? But he did absolutely catch her off guard with that skateboard. I don't think she ever seen that coming at all.
Right.
I want to ask a question to Schoolboy. Now you seen that video and that was one of your daughters. What's your next step?
Damn, I wish you wouldn't ask that question, honestly.
Yeah.
No. I say I wish you wouldn't ask that question because my question was gonna be what did she do to deserve that? I mean, a nigga turn around and hit you with a fucking skateboard. I haven't been that close to a skateboard in the last, 5-6 years. So for someone to get hit in the face with a skateboard, that's not something that's normally happening to most people.
Hey, that wasn't his first time hitting a nigga with a skateboard.
Exactly. That was experience. Yes. That was experience.
That nigga said we can't. Hey, they gonna have to ban skateboards in New York after this. Because a skateboard worse than a gun now. Because you can have that shit in the mall with you and just upside a motherfucker head.
The way that you know that he did that before was that he led with the shoulder. He did not lead with the arm way out here. He didn't do that. He just turned that body into it and bust that chick in the head with that. But anyway,
he played baseball before.
He definitely played cricket or some shit. But I'm gonna say, I and that wasn't a joke. I ain't laughing with these niggas. Let me hold on. Let me say this. I gotta respond to Schoolboy. What did she do? Hey, shit, she could have had done when she just met this nigga. Nothing. Could have been nothing. You know.
What if she was talking real hard and spit in his face, and he said, "Yo, you need to say sorry," and she said no.
Nah.
Not that. You give a straight punch, a slap.
Yeah, even or just spit back. You know, not keyboard concussion. No.
Ooh. How did that girl turn out? I want to know.
She must have threatened his life. Like that's the only way I could see. Like she probably threatened his life in that moment. He was like, "Bitch, you ain't gonna get a chance to do anything to me."
Oh,
she had to threaten his life.
I think she just turned him down and probably said something slick, and he was high off some shit, and he also was trying to front for his mans. And I also think this type of shit is what females are talking about when they say they're not protected. You know what I mean? Our females don't feel protected because we have people like this out here and they're going unchecked.
Yeah, because I mean, any dudes that I know, if I was around dudes and something like that happened to me, all the niggas who was standing around would watch this nigga. Everybody.
That's what I go.
That nigga wouldn't be able to walk up to the camera and say shit because he got watched on site.
That's why I'm asking who raised these niggas.
Yeah, who raised them?
It's deeper than that too, because because obviously he's some type of gangster in nigga terms, because gangster in every other culture is, businessmen that won't let you, businessmen, politicians. You know what I'm saying? People that do real. I hear echo. Somebody, let me see. Let me just try this one. Check. I don't hear no more. It might be you, Schoolboy, but I'll turn your mic right back on when it's time for you to talk. So check it out. our gangsters don't check each other for doing shit like that enough. Our so-called gangsters. You know what I'm saying? The gangs and shit like that supposedly have rules and things of that nature, but they don't enforce them. You know what I mean? The nationwide gangs, the so-called nations and all of that, but they don't enforce them because you can hear his homeboys in the background laughing. You know what I'm saying? And none of them would think that shit was funny if that was a female in their family. But they thought it was funny that they homeboy hit this woman with a skateboard. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, me personally, I'm not going to sit and act like I never seen something I ain't seen nothing to that magnitude, but I'm not going to act like I never saw nothing crazy growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember being down with the neighborhood clique and, you know, beefing with the dudes across the track, and one dude in the clique slaps a female for living in the wrong set. You know what I'm saying? And nobody feels like, oh, we got to wash this nigga because he just slapped this female. Everybody rather stay clique than to actually stand up for what real manhood is. Now, in my defense, I was a young boy at that time. But if I was to see one of my homeboys do some shit like that, is a dub. You know what I mean? I'm washing them myself. You know what I'm saying? Because you not even on top of what you did to her, being the ultimate disrespect to our women, you put in not only your life in jeopardy, all of our lives in jeopardy. The whole situation is fucked up. The whole situation is fucked up. Because now we all deserve to die for letting you get away with that shit. You know?
So if that was your daughter, would you be comfortable if you kill him and doing life? Would you be able to sleep easy in prison doing life after killing him?
I'm sleeping very easy. How I'm not getting caught. I ain't getting caught. I know you can always, you know, you can't say you're not getting caught, but I ain't getting caught.
When you making your first move, you gonna make it that same day?
Nah, man, I'm gonna make sure I get the best of them. You know what I'm saying? So it don't got to be right away. I'm not gonna be a reactionary. I'm gonna be a revolutionary and change some shit. I'm gonna change this nigga life. Before he died, he gonna fucking know why he died for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's not gonna live that long. Somebody gonna
the last time I had to tune somebody up, man. It was in the making. It was years in the making. I told him, like, next time I see you, it's gonna be on site. And it took some time for me to catch up to him. When I caught up to him,
Who? And why? Why?
All right, perfect. So this is my brother-in-law, and I wasn't
family?
Really. Oh yeah, he got that work because I told him, listen, man, I keep hearing bad reports about you, and I don't even talk to these people who are coming to me about you. So I'm tired of hearing your fucking name. So next time I hear about this shit, it's gonna be me and you, you know. And that's what ended up happening. He thought it was a fucking game. So this nigga walked out. Listen, this is the funny thing. Excuse my language, but he came out. He said, I said we were outside in the parking lot. I said, you want these hands now or later? And he said now, and then hopped out the car with flip-flops on.
Oh.
Yeah. And I said, I gave you the choice, and you hopped out the car anyway. So yeah, man, he ended up going to sleep that day, and he thought he still want to work. You said, why did I do it?
Why you fight your sister's husband, man?
Because he's a lame. That's why. And
they still married?
No, they're not. After that, I think that was the end of it, man. Because they're not that married anymore.
I tell you one thing: if I'm married to your sister and you beat my ass, when I get home, I'm beating your sister's ass. So somebody gonna lose.
But see, that's the thing about my sister. My sister's not a little weak woman like that. She'll beat his ass, and I know that. You know what I'm saying? That was between me and him. So that was just me making true on a promise that I made to him. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna beat up.
Good. I was saying, some schoolboy, he came out in the slides and got slide.
Oh yeah, he was sleep. Yeah. And the funny thing about it was that he thought it wasn't gonna happen because people were coming closer to us, and he could see them coming behind me. So he started getting loud, and I said, "Listen, they're not gonna save you. They're not close enough."
What I was gonna say
is help on the way. Well, you got it.
No, I was gonna say, like, I hate scenarios like this because it, like, for women, like, is a lot of times there shit does happen to women, and for women, if it's not that bad, we won't tell the people that we love because we know that y'all love us so much and that y'all are crazy. We like, I don't want my father to go to jail. I don't want my brother to go to jail. Like, we want y'all here with us. So, and we feel like somebody's not worth it. We like, we not even gonna say nothing. Like, my father's always infamous statement was, we gonna dance. So anytime he was getting ready to fight somebody, my father said, he's an old school nigga. So he would always say, we gonna dance. And honestly, for me, there's been situations that I've been in that I've diffused and not called on my father or not called on my uncle or brothers because I love my family. And honestly, I feel like ain't shit niggas don't deserve to put my family away in jail forever, because sometimes that's, you know, if you get caught, that's what these circumstances lead to. And if you don't, you don't, you know, but sometimes the people that we love, we don't want to jeopardize them. So sometimes we like, man, this is a fuck nigga. This situation wasn't that bad. I'm not going to call my father. I'm not going to call my brother. But sometimes you can't control it. Sometimes the men that we love are right there and we can't stop them.
Yeah, you hit it. You hit it on the head though, as far as like if it's not that bad, because you definitely don't want to be the female who, if it's not that bad, you pull that card, and then next you know a motherfucker, you know, going to jail for some shit that, you know, it could have been squashed or, you know, avoided or however you know want to say it. But my mom used to always bring that up to me because, you know, like I said, I grew up in the hood and shit like that, and she used to always mention like the certain people who would go all out over small situations. And she would say, yeah, once you get your uncle or your father or whoever you actually have in the house, what happens when they're no longer there? They're not there to protect you for the real shit, for something else that happens. You know what I'm saying? So what y'all want to do? We got a couple more stories. But do you want to, we did say we was going to take a couple breaks, and do you want to take a break and show black women we love them with a song? Or do we want to go to the next segment on the Karens? What do we want to do? Or we want to come back with the Karens? J.Doug, what you? Hold on, Schoolboy. What's your vote?
No, I say I don't know. I don't really have a vote on that, but I just want to say one last thing is that as a people, though, I want to see us get better at policing our communities and getting on code. Like there should be that situation when it happened. Immediately the code should have stepped in. Like, look, it's not just about the block. You're not about to do that in front to a female in front of our building, because that means that any female that walks in front of our building can now get the same work, and that's the problem. So, you know, if we got to really get back on code and really start policing ourselves. Shout out to the folks in Atlanta who have locked down that Wendy's over there. They over there patrolling that Wendy's, not even letting the police engage. And that's really what we got to do. Once we start doing that, we stop a lot of the BS, you know?
Right. Sorry about that. We got a call, but we're not taking calls today. Sorry about that, people. This person is so intuitive. They just knew to call me. So J.Doug, what's your vote? You know what I'm saying? Are we going to show the black woman we love them with a song real quick, or are we just going to keep it going with the topics? What's your vote?
If you're going to ride out a little longer, you probably could take a quick song break.
All right, everybody watching this, don't go nowhere. Just enjoy this track right here.
And we can everybody can get their share on and stuff.
Yeah, get your share on if you're enjoying what's going on. We appreciate you for being in the building. If you do leave, just come on back during next week, but don't leave. You know what I'm saying? This joint is called I Can't Lose by the homeboy ANS. That means All Natural Substance. I actually directed this video. I don't direct many videos. I'm more of a filmmaker, but you know, this one right here, you know, I kind of put a little film touch on it. I'm gonna stop talking about it. I'm gonna just let you see it. I Can't Lose by the homeboy ANS.
For you, girl, something special. I asked the man upstairs for someone like you. A little after that, she's in my view. Nobody makes me feel the way you do. You the blessing in my clutches, girl, I can't lose. I asked the man upstairs for someone like you. A little after that, she's in my view. Nobody makes me feel the way you do. You the blessing in my clutches, girl, I can't lose. I asked the man upstairs and he sent you down right now. It's epiphany, crazy chemistry is found. My mission is to get you home where it's safe and sound. We could try to have fun, hun, as long as there's no haters around. In this arrested development, we would imitate cars, just crash into each other so we could settle in the pleasure. She the sparkling jewel, hitting in the lost treasure. I do just about whatever to see that pretty face smile. Whole girl so versatile, she's my Jill Scott, taking a walk with me up the block. Or she's my A keys, put my head on a pillow. And the secret she keep, but she's my MJ Blige. What's the 411, hun? What's the 411, hun? You got it going on, yeah, she got it going on. Take me to L Hill. On top, we could chill, my love spill. Everything is everything for real, baby. I asked the man upstairs for someone like you. A little after that, she's in my view. Nobody makes me feel the way you do. You the blessing in my clutches, girl, I can't lose. I asked the man upstairs for someone like you. A little after that, she's in my view. Nobody makes me feel the way you do. You the blessing in my clutches, girl, I can't lose. How she came across kinda threw me off, but I'm still on course. Like Robin Thicke said, without you I'm lost. I'm the director, she the direction, leaving a trail that ends in paradise, far away from the bad life. No worries at day and night, together we spar. Sometimes wherever we are, make sure to hook it up proper. Call her Miss Enchilada, cause when she see me, she gets so cheesy. In the city, guys try to push up, and she turn them down silly. I'm the only one that can take her to Philly without whipping it really. We still skate to a great escape. She gets so weak in her knees and props her bag like TLC. She said she need it in the morning, similar to MC Light, huh? The rough and that tight, make sure to keep her feeling right. Can't play with my yo-yo, that's a no-no. I'm her dude like Ice Cube that hold her down on Crenshaw, baby. I asked the man upstairs for someone like you. A little after that, she's in my view. Nobody makes me feel the way you do. You the blessing in my clutches, girl, I can't lose. I asked the man upstairs for someone like you. A little after that, she's in my view. Nobody makes me feel the way you do. You the blessing in my clutches, girl, I can't lose.
That's right. That's I Can't Lose from the homie ANS, All Natural Substance out of Far Rockaway, Queens, Far Rockaway Finest. And Black Woman, we played that for you. We love you. We don't want to see you get hit by no fucking skateboards. We don't want to see you get raped by no porn stars. If you're just checking in, this is the Rant. Well, sorry. Almost fucked up the name of the show. This is the Morning Rant, produced by Rant Podcast Studio, co-host by J.Doug, VeeSmilez, Vanessa Smilez, and our special guest host, Schoolboy. Also simulcasting on J.Doug TV on Facebook and airing on the Ranters Union on YouTube.
That's a clean.
I said the difference between you and I is how palpate the BMI. Took the heart for problems before I get involved and try to solve my problems. Cause I got time on my hands, but talking you off a ledge was never part of my plans. I less the thought that I'm the old far away. Not my problem. Replace the thought with the fact that we're both okay. Consider this. Oh, those romantic celebrity, those synapses, those energies. And now the word was spoken and awkward silence unbroken. Always the same lake, same ocean, but not frank. Like Drake with all his woes. I said the difference between you and I is how palpate the BMI. Check the heart for problems before I get involved and try to solve my problems. Cause I got time on my hands, but talking you up the ledge was never part of my plans. I lost the thought that I'm the old far away. Not my problem. Replace the thought with the fact that we're both okay. Don't get me wrong, I'm not looking for a body, but no baggage, a savage. I'm talking about dipping out on the people that don't unpackage their grief. Your presence is their relief. What they need when they weak is some wisdom. Focus on fixing your mantra. What's repeated inside your skull will come back into haunt ya. Or it may come back, motivate and taunt ya. Reverberating in the conscious. It echoes. That's why I spit phronesis. The lyrical literature leaving my lips is a thesis. I'm making sure that if you listen and you learning too. Cause every lesson that I've learned is the goopy clue. Release this philosophy. If using my discography means every penny earned and every penny that's got to me, whether lump sum or residual from royalty, is getting bequeathed to all members of my family. The difference between you and I is how palpate the BMI. I said the difference between you and I is how palpate the BMI. Release my hindsight, it's got astigmatism, but my foresight, it's 1080p, it's HD, it's that LED illuminated. I'm too backlit. Replace my hindsight, it's got astigmatism, but my foresight, it's 1080p, it's HD, it's that LED illuminated. I'm too backlit. The difference between you and I. The difference between you and I.
That's a clean.
Is I palpate the BMI.